There's no promise you can make that I can trust.
Hello. So this is a recording of me on December 8th in the morning. I was going to launch Halo Infinite and go into the campaign. I had a little time because the network at work was down and I had about a half hour. And I thought, well, we'll just pop in and we'll check out Halo Infinite and see what we think of the campaign. Unfortunately, you're going to see here in the video where I go in, and this is at about, I can't remember, I think it was around 7:30 in the morning or so, 7 to 7:30. And I'm not able to get into the campaign. I find out later that the campaign's not available till 1 p.m. Eastern Time. I don't know who decided to do their launch the way they did, that they only launched it on December 8th at 10 a.m. Pacific Time, and everyone else just had to live with that weird time that was chosen and on a Wednesday, so really doubly weird. But nonetheless, you're going to see here that I try to go into the campaign and it comes up and it says, oh, you can pre-order. I've got Game Pass and I've got that for a reason, and so I'm not going to pre-order, and so I don't understand why it's not available at this point. I go and I find out, of course, that, like I said, it's going to be available at 1 p.m. So that was a busted opportunity for me. So that's just the way it is. I looked around and, of course, they want to push their shop and stuff. But nonetheless, I'm going to come back and show you what occurred after this. All right, so now we have me coming back into the game at about 1 p.m. Like I said, the game's been downloaded and up to date. There were no updates for the game. I checked on that. So I'm coming into the game and I'm thinking, okay, it's after 1. I don't remember the exact time. It's probably 1:30, maybe even 2 o'clock. And I'm like, okay, I'll be able to, get into the game and play the campaign for a few minutes and check it out. So here we are going through the process again. I come to the campaign. I go, okay, let's take a look here. And I'm going to try to go into the campaign, and it says, oh, you must select the selected game content, whatever that's supposed to mean. And then I get this download, and I'm like, what do you mean download? Oh, you need to go to the Manage Game in the control panel to download it. So you mean to tell me, and you'll notice here I have to click on it, it's not installed. So all this pre-download stuff was nonsense. Okay? Now, I'm going to need to download the campaign now that I finally have access to it. Yeah. It's requesting an update. It's, let's see, it is practically a 22 gigabyte download. Now, even though I have the best download speed in my area, with other things going on, I'm not going to get that full 100, speed download. So it's going to take a couple of hours to download that much data. So now I'm delayed yet another 2 hours. Why was this download not a part of the initial download of the game? But it wasn't. It should have been, but it wasn't. So it really doesn't make good sense that they did this to us. But this is what they chose to do. So then I had to wait 2 more hours for that to download and to be able to actually get into the game, which was really, really dumb. Was not a good idea. I think this was a really poor choice that they did. What they should have done was all this should have been pre-downloaded and ready, and there should have just been a minor update to activate it in the menu. That would have been programmatically very easy for them to do. But instead of doing that, I had to sit and go through the download. And I'm showing you here, I've jumped to showing you the video where the download is coming to its end, coming to its conclusion. This is a couple hours later. And then once that's done, hopefully then, of course, I would be able to get in and play the game. And I was able to, just to let you know. But this was a really poor way to do this, because even though they said it was going to be released on December 8th, it really wasn't available to be played until to be downloaded until 1 p.m. And so then it wasn't available to be played for a couple hours later. Unless you had really good download speed somewhere else where maybe you could download it in 20, 30 minutes or something, which is fine if you did, that's good. But it's still that extra delay that extra frustration. Now, notice too, this is not a background download. This tied up my Xbox and tied up my ability to play any Xbox game. I could not go to another console, which I have several. I couldn't go to another console and play a different game because when I tried, it said, oh no, your account is busy doing this. So they did this in a really horrible way because now it tied up my account. And you can only play one game at a time. You can only be signed on into Xbox Live and play one game at a time. You can't switch on the same account and play a different game on a different console at the same time. So this was just a poor way to implement this and bring this game to us to launch it. That's all I'm saying. I'm not really critiquing the game itself. I'm just saying the way they did this was poorly done. This should have all been a background download. It should have been downloaded like that. Should have been an update that occurred early in the morning that morning or something like that. And then at the appropriate time of release, there should have been just a minor little update of maybe a megabyte or less that would have turned it on in your menu and allowed you to go ahead and play the game. You know, that would have only taken a few moments. Anyway, that's my critique of this. I just think it was poorly planned and poorly done. I had to wait hours and hours and hours until it was actually evening time before I got a chance to really play any. I will show you some of that playthrough and stuff as we go, okay? All right. Well, thanks for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I will catch you later.
Hello, this is your friendly dragon vendor. Not feeling so friendly today. I think you're in debt to me and you've not paid your tab. You may have to send the leg breakers after you, and if that doesn't work, I can always come and snack on you for myself.
This has been an OwwThatSmarts production.